Hello everyone, Tim again here, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you my very first Dota 2 Beginner's Hero Guide. Now today's video is going to be following a hero called Earthshaker, and Earthshaker's a very good support hero. He's a hero that I've actually only started playing regularly in the last probably 2 weeks or so, and I've really enjoyed playing with him. But before I get into the commentary, just a couple of things I wanted to mention. You know, Dota 2 is a game that I have really gotten into over the last, I'd say 3 or 4 months. Really do enjoy it, but I appreciate that it's a game which is pretty difficult for people to get into to start with. So the aim of these videos is just to try and give you a little bit of a basic overview on a couple of heroes, tell you sort of what you're supposed to do with them, a bit of their skills, possibly what items to buy, just to get you into the swing of things, and hopefully you can try them out, try a few new heroes and begin to overcome that little bit of a learning curve. And just before the game starts, this game mode is called Captain's Draft. So basically what you do, there's a limited pool of heroes, both teams ban out a couple of heroes, then you pick 5, taking it in turns from the rest of the pool. And I'm on the bottom, as you can see. I was captain in this game, and I've picked us a Lich, Earthshaker, Juggernaut, Naga Siren, and we finish up with a Quap. So it's not a bad team considering that it's a limited hero pool. Sometimes it's difficult to get a fantastic amount of a balanced team. Right, try and get that down to 1. And select hero player perspective. There we go. Right, here we are. Now, this is Earthshaker. As you can see, I've got a cool little hat on. I actually got that cosmetic last night as well, because this is a game I played last night. So I thought, I've got a cool new hat for Earthshaker now. I need to go and play a game with him. And let's talk you through a little bit about his skills to start off with. First skill that you always level first is called Fissure. Now, Fissure is a really cool long-range stun, and if you're new to Dota and you're a bit unsure what to do, the really easy characters to go for are ones with stuns, because stuns are very simple. You know, you just use your stun on a dude, he stops for a determined amount of time. Very simple to understand. You know, always go for heroes with stuns. One thing we did do, which is a huge mistake, and I want to very quickly mention first. So I'm just going to go to directed camera. Oh no, free camera there, sorry. Look at the base. We have not bought a courier. This is a huge mistake. Always buy a courier. And what happened was, because we've actually got quite a number of supports in this game, we sent Lich to the off lane. He bought some wards. We sent me and Naga Siren as the support to bot. Naga started off with a Ring of Bacillus, which is not a recommended starting item, instead of buying a courier. And I just spawned in first, bought my Stout Shield Ironwoods and a bit of regen, and didn't realise until it was too late that we hadn't bought a courier. So what I'm going to do is, about a minute or 2 into the game, whenever I've got a little bit of money, I buy one and drop it from stash. And that's basically a huge mistake. Never ever do that. But you can see what I'm doing here is I'm trying to block the creeps, and the reason why you want to do this is, under a recent patch, the creep equilibrium's changed. So the creeps used to meet about here, like quite close to your tower. It made it very easy for you to last it under a little bit of safety. Now what happens is they meet here. So what you can do is, if you try and block the creeps, it slows them down, moves the equilibrium a little bit closer to your tower, and makes it a little bit safer for the hero who's going to be farming the lane, which in this case is Juggernaut, to get a few last hits. So that's a nice thing to do. You want to block in every lane if you can. It is important to block now. So this is a little bit useful. I'm trying to go for denies as well as support. But let's talk about Earthshaker's skills a little bit first. Like I mentioned, Fissure is a really useful long-range stun. At level 1, it does 125 magic damage, and it stuns for a 1 second duration. And at level 1, that's quite a powerful nuke, because if you have a look at the starting healths of people, you know, for example, Naga Siren only has 600 health. Well, less than 600 health, 550 health pretty much. So if you can take off 125, and then the base magic resistance for heroes is 25%. So you're basically doing over 100 damage and stunning for a second at level 1. And that's a really powerful ability. Because if you look at the bottom here, we are tri-laning, so there's 3 heroes bottom. If I can land a stun, and here's the Fissure for example, I tried to block him in, and unfortunately he managed just to get beyond, otherwise we could have done a little bit more damage there. But you see what Fissure does. It brings up this quite a long range line, and Spirit Breaker's going to bail out there. But you see, it brings up quite a long line of basically a fissure coming out from the earth, and that actually physically blocks enemies. So what you can do is, for example, if you're in the dire off lane, what you see some people do is Fissure block across this little bit here to channel the creeps into the Ancients, which are these extra powerful neutral creeps situated here on the dire side, and over here on the Radiant side. So you can actually use this to physically block people in. And you see again there, tried to do it. Unfortunately, Earthshaker had a tiny bit of room and he actually got away on 8 HP there. So very, very unlucky. Nearly managed to get a kill. You know, Fish is fantastic. And you can see I've actually popped a clarity here because the big problem with Earthshaker, especially early game, is his mana. He only has a 260 mana pool. See, I'm level 2. I've only got 260 mana at the start. And a level 1 Fisher costs 125 mana. So basically, you cast 2 Fishers and then you are out of mana. And this is a really, really big problem. So always a good idea to bring a clarity, just help restore mana a little bit. And what I actually end up doing is I cancel the clarity to get a creep stack off. And what you do is, you saw there, I aggroed the creeps at about 53 seconds on the minute, and you can see there it pulled them out of the radius, and that caused an extra stack of creeps to spawn. And this is really, really important to do, because what you're going to see me do here is pull the creeps. So I actually completely flopped that one. I tried to get the aggro and ballsed it up and tried to get it, but it just wasn't going to happen, so I decided to abort the pull. But what you're supposed to do there, get my words out, is you aggro the creeps, the neutral ones, bring them through this little gap in the trees, and you get them to fight your creeps, which obviously come along and spawn. And the great thing about this is, you know, the basic Dota mechanics for experience are your opponents gain experience. And actually, I think I saved Juggernaut here. See, look at that for a stun. I block them off, stun, PA, block off Dazzle, and that enables Juggernaut to get away, pop a salve, and now he's going to be full health. You know, Fisher is a really, really powerful ability, a great stun, and that physical blocking of heroes is something that very, very few abilities can do. You know, when you think about a physical block, you know, the only thing I can really think about that's sort of comparable is a Jakiro stun. And he creates a big path of ice that if you walk into, you're stunned. So it's practically the same as a physical block. Oh, pardon me. That was bad, just a little bit of burping here. I'm not sure how this fight goes. Let's just watch this fight for a little bit. We do manage to get first blood, but as you can see from that little target above my head, here comes the mighty Space Cow on a charge. And he is going to get me, and I'm almost certainly dead here. Yep, I was pretty boned. But the good thing is we managed to get first blood. If I just hit start, you can see 427 gold, and in return they only got 227. So we killed one of their carries for a support, so that's always worth it. Got the first blood. It was a little bit unfortunate. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for the mighty Space Cow charge, which, as you can see, he can charge across the entire map and initiate from pretty much everywhere, which is rather annoying. And Skywrath may just come to bottom for no apparent reason. But, you know, that's Fisher. Leveling up, as you can see, the mana cost goes up slightly, the stun duration goes up, and the damage goes up. So at level 4, it stuns for 1.75 seconds and does a 275 damage nuke, which is very, very effective because you saw, you know, it's an AoE stun. So theoretically, you could stun 5 enemies in a team fight, all of them for 1.75 seconds, and that is a hugely powerful ability. You see here, get the stun off, don't manage to save Naga, wander into the team fight. See, I've physically blocked off Space Cow there. He couldn't get away. And here comes Queen of Pain in to guarantee the kill. Just about. There we go. So again, you see just how useful Fisher is. I stopped Space Cow from running. That extra couple of seconds made him have to go all the way through here. Got a couple of extra right clicks and we managed to get the kill. And I landed yet another Fisher here to stun Dazzle. And we managed to get a kill again. Fisher is such a brilliant ability, level 1. So that's that covered. Let's move on now. Hang on, is the fight still going on? Yeah, PA is going to back off there. Let's move on now to the second skill, which I level up, which is Aftershock. Now, Aftershock is a passive ability, so that means you don't have to press any buttons to activate it. It's always going to be there for you. And the great thing about Aftershock is it gives a stun to all of your other attacks and abilities when you use it. For example, let me explain that a little bit better. If you cast an ability, this will cause Aftershock to croc. So basically it turns it on. Then if you right click someone, it does additional damage and it gives a small stun. So the great thing you can do is combine it with your second skill, Enchant Totem. So what Enchant Totem does is it basically doubles your right click on one click. So you hit your ability, which is a 50 mana cost, as you can see there. And what you do is it doubles your damage that you do. And then because of the Aftershock croc, you get an additional amount of damage and it also a mini stun. So you can cast a Fisher, then you can cast Enchant Totem, which causes a croc to aftershock, and then you can punch a guy and stun him as well. Or alternatively, you can cast Fissure, then punch, then cast Enchant Totem, then punch for lots of additional damage. And you see there, another Fissure stun. Unfortunately, Dazzle has a very annoying ability called Shallow Grave, which provides invulnerability for, you know, as you can see, 5 seconds there. Very, very annoying. It means he's quite difficult to kill in the early game, and he can cast that on his allies as well. So unfortunately, we didn't get the kill there. But what this does is it's creating so much space for our carry to sit in lane and farm. Unfortunately, he's only got 13 last hits at the moment, which isn't tremendous. But we have completely shut down the PA. You know, PA already has died once, only got 4 last hits, only a level 5 after 7 minutes. Let's have a look at Dazzle. Dazzle's doing even worse, you know. Again, another death. Still only level 4, and in comparison, let's have a look at our levels. You know, level 4, level 5 on the Juggernaut, and where have I wandered off to? Here I am. Yeah, I'm already a level 4, so we're doing pretty well considering that there's 3 of us. So we are, you know, sharing experience. And cleverly here, they've actually put an Observer Ward, because you know, what I've been doing is doing a little bit of pulling. So what I do here, in fact, I actually think I get this one off, so I can show you. See, I aggro the creeps, drag them into the lane. And what happens here is, I've actually mistimed that slightly, but you can see what's supposed to happen. They're supposed to aggro and actually get through and fight them. And what this enables you to do is, oh, we have another charge coming in. I'll explain that after the fight. Let's have a look. See, got the stun off on Space Cow. He's taking a lot of damage from the tower. We get the kill. But you see the problem here again with Earthshaker. Out of mana already. I cast 1 stun, and now I'm out of mana. So, wandering through. Fortunately, Queen of Pain arrives from mid just at the right time. Gets a kill. So that's enough of that. Let's move back to the pulling. You know, what I'm supposed to do there is pull it through, get them to fight. So the creeps, the lane creeps, walk back through and end up fighting these. And the great thing about this is, oh, the fight's still going on. We managed to get a kill right there as well. Actually, I need to look at my hero perspective, don't I? Here, let's have a look at hero. No, wrong one. Player perspective. Yeah, these guys actually spent the time. You know, a bit of smack talking before the game, and they were smack talking a little bit during the game as well. So, you know, saying lucky, all that sort of stuff. We played this lane pretty well, so I wouldn't say it's luck. But here we go. Let's talk a little bit about the item choices I've gone through first. Starting items were 3 Ironwood Branches, Tangos, a Clarity, and a Stout Shield. Now, a Stout Shield's useful because, yeah, I'm a melee hero. If I start tanking creep damage, you know, that's a lot of damage taken here. Hang on. Juggernaut looks so dead here. He looks so dead. But then time the stun just in time. Why has he gone back in there? Oh, I'm not sure if that was the right choice. We are going to sweep up here. Fingers crossed. But yeah, he's dead. Space Cow's definitely dead there. See, I crocked Aftershock. See that little bit of stun there. What I did is, because if I actually can click on my hero, that would be nice. Click, click, there we go. So you saw what I did there. Because I'd casted an ability, I then used Enchant Totem, and because of the Aftershock croc, it caused another mini stun. So Naga threw her net. So there's that. This little hero here is Naga Siren, in case you're really brand new and you don't know anything about Dota. Naga threw a net. Because I'd already cast a Fissure, I had Aftershock already cropped, so I could walk up, cast an Enchant Totem, and do another little mini stun. So Earthshaker, Space Cow was definitely dead there, Spirit Breaker. And this lane is now going really, really well. Got lots of kills bottom. A lot of the kills have been going to our Queen of Pain, who's in the mid, so she's going to get a little bit of a snowball from this. It's just going super, super well. Again, just using the Fissure to harass. Not really a good idea, because you see, look what I've done already. Burnt my mana. You know, the mana on Earthshaker is a really big problem. You cannot just willy-nilly cast your abilities. They are super, super useful, and you need to save them for team fights. I mean, you saw there, I saved a Fissure, I managed to cancel a Spirit Breaker charge because of it. I stunned another hero under tower, and because of that, we got a kill. See now, I could have stunned Skywrath Mage there and made that kill so much easier, but because I used my Fissure to harass, it meant that we had to cast the Song, which is Naga's ult. And you know, it cost us probably a kill just because I used a Fissure too early. So you've really got to be focusing with Earthshaker not to waste those abilities on just harassing. It's not worth it at all. Especially in a tri lane, you know, save your abilities for getting kills. Definitely worth it. But let's talk through the item build a little bit. You know, Tango's always useful. You know, they restore 115 health over 16 seconds. They cannot be cancelled by damage as well. So that's a very, very useful thing. Always take regen to the lane. You see a lot of people buy boots first or buy a ring of bacillus first and go to the lane with no regen. And that is a bad, bad idea, because if you go to a lane with no regen and if your opponents are half decent, they'll click on you and see what items you've got. You know, they will immediately see you don't have any regen. So what they'll be doing is they'll just focus you down. They'll keep right-clicking you, they'll bring your health down, and all of a sudden you don't have enough health to survive, you have to retreat. And these guys look pretty dead here. Yeah, I'm back in base at the thing. See, you know, I burnt mana, had to go back to base to get the mana back, and now I can TP into the fight. I'm about, you know, 10 seconds late to that fight. If I'd have got there a little bit earlier, who knows, perhaps I could have done something useful. But Tangos, gave the Tangos to Naga. I think I actually dropped them by accident there, so she gave them back. Tried to use them on her, you know, sort of failed there. But there is a fight going to happen here. I remember this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to free camera, just so I can see this a little bit better. So Phantom Assassin sees that Naga's there. I managed to get the stun off. She gets the net off. I actually missed my Echo Slam there because I got blocked in. What happened was, you know, I cast my Fissure, I blocked the gap, tried to walk through, tried to cast my ultimate, and because I got blocked, I didn't hit anyone. So that was really, really unfortunate. Ended up dying because of it, and that's just unfortunate. But, you know, you see here, we've had someone come in from mid. PA is really close to death. Space Cow charges to try and save her. The dagger takes out Naga Siren. Can Quap actually get the kill? Should be able to here. The courier, kill the courier. This is a dive. This is a big dive. Didn't get the kill. And you see what happened there? All of that was because of one little positioning mistake. You know, I've explained the benefits of Fissure. You saw a massive downside of it there. Because I cast Fissure, I blocked that little path of the trees. So that caused me, because I clicked right next to the hero right there to try and walk through and cast my ultimate. But because I blocked the gap, Earthshaker ran this way. I didn't realise in time, cast my ultimate, didn't hit her. Massive, massive mistake. But, you know, those sorts of things can happen. I'm not pretending to be the best Dota player of all time, and in fact it's probably a good thing you actually seeing me make these mistakes to explain a little bit of, you know, Earthshaker's strengths and weaknesses, what you're supposed to do. You know, Earthshaker is a slow hero, and he's only got very, very low base movement speed. It takes him a while to get around, so positioning is very, very important. You know, you've got Fissure, which is a great long range ability. But to cast your ultimate, which I'm going to explain a little bit now, if you're brand new to Dota, your ultimate is available for level up at level 6. You know, that's the first level. You don't have to get it at level 6. Some heroes you don't get it on, but Earthshaker you definitely get it, and that's because Echo Slam is a AoE massive amount of damage. You know, it does 160 base damage to everyone in a 525 radius, and each enemy hit causes an echo to damage nearby units, and that echo damage starts off at 40. So you can stun a guy with a Fissure. Then you can croc your Aftershock, punch a guy for stuns whenever you punch for extra damage, or whenever you cast an ability you get extra stun. So you can stun with Fissure, walk into the team fight, cast Echo Slam, do all of this damage, and then all of a sudden, hang on, someone is Skyping me. This is really, really bad timing. Recording a video, stop the Skype call. There we go. Apologies for that. I did actually message them saying, I'm recording some videos, I'll play Dota after, please don't Skype me during it. But obviously they do not pay attention whatsoever, which is a bad thing. But let's talk a little bit about Echo Slam again. There we go. Echo Slam is a very, very powerful ultimate. You know, it's an AoE ultimate, very, very useful. You know, the problem with it, like I mentioned, Earthshaker is very, very slow. To get him into the right position is potentially dangerous because you're waddling into a team fight. You know, it's a big, big problem. Let's go back to my player perspective. You see, I've gone top to try and get a kill here. Doesn't work out. You know, I TP'd in to try and save Lich. That didn't happen. You know, Echo Slam, very, very useful. And you see me pull off some incredible Echo Slams later with an item that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But you know, it's difficult to get off because you're so slow. You're waddling into a team fight. You try and cast it. You get stunned. You might get focused down. You know, Earthshaker's a big, big target. And you see later in the game, you know, Spirit Breaker targets me for charges a lot. And what I'm trying to do here is to stay out of sight, because I saw, there were a few heroes top earlier. I didn't realise they'd all transitioned bottom, so I was expecting them to push the tower. So what I was doing was just staying out of sight just in case they did push, so I could try and, come in, save Juggernaut. I was trying to be a little bit of baiting here. We actually managed to get some good baits off later that I'll be able to show you, but unfortunately this one didn't happen. But you see here, massive amount of AoE damage, great amount of stuns, very, very useful abilities. The massive problem with Earthshaker is mana, like I've explained earlier, and this is why I always get arcane boots on Earthshaker. Arcane boots are just regular brown boots, which is 450 coins cost, sorry. And then I think it's a point booster. I always forget the names of them, but it's the big blue orb, and that's a really bad description. I should, but unfortunately it doesn't let me click on the shop when I'm in a replay commentary, unfortunately, which is a little bit annoying. But, very, very useful, and Lich actually gets the kill there with the one cast of the ult. Normally what you want to do is actually save that until it can bounce. So click on Lich. You see his ult here. Chain Frost, it does lots of damage, and it actually bounces around and hits multiple people. So normally you wouldn't want to throw that out just for a kill, but it did guarantee the kill, and what it enables us to do now is push the tower. So it's not the end of the world. See, cast my enchant totem just to stun the creeps, so we can get a little bit of extra time for pushing, and then we back out. Let's talk a little bit about arcane boots again. Arcane boots are very, very, click on Earthshaker, there we go. Arcane boots are very, very useful because it enables you every 55 seconds, that's it, to cast it, and it gives an AoE mana restore in an area around you to all of your teammates, and that's very, very useful. So I give myself 250 mana, which is more than my Fisher is worth, and you see there, got the Echo Slam off, hit a couple of people, and now I'm out of mana, so I have to back up. I've got Arcane Boots coming off cooldown in 3 seconds. So Lich just wandered away there. I should use them right now, but I see we're back in. Did I use them now? There we go, see? Used them, I gave the Lich mana nearby, I gave myself mana, and now I have enough mana for a Fisher. They are very, very useful to keep your mana supply up, because the one thing that stops you from being useful is lack of mana. If you can... I just threw that out just to scare Skywrath off. I didn't want him to dive. I couldn't really have done anything more than that. You see, I'm completely out of mana. The Juggernaut's on pretty low mana. I think he cast his ultimate in the team fight as well. Yeah, he did, because there's no little green icon there. If you're wondering what these green dots are as well, that means their ultimate is up and ready. So you can see there's no little green dot, no ultimate available. So I just wanted to cast that Fisher, scare them off. And I'm actually trying a bit of jungling here, and this is really, really slow and inefficient. You can see I'm just basically punching these creeps down. Very, very slow, nothing's happening. But talked about arcane boots, let's talk about another item which is absolutely vital for a support, and this is a magic wand. Magic wands are 100% recommended whenever you play a support hero. Get a magic wand. There's no real excuse not to get anything else, and the reason why it's so fantastic is because it can hold up to 15 charges, and whenever any enemy casts an ability by you, you get 1 charge up to a maximum of 15. And all of these charges can give you burst heal. So they restore mana and it restores health. Every single charge restores 15. So you can get a massive heal instantly, and it's so, so useful. You see me a couple of times in a fight, cast wand just to give me that little bit of extra mana. And you see here, let's just see this fight. See, this is a better chain Frost. Actually bounces. I see Space Cow there. Fisher him. See, I've actually blocked myself out with a Fisher, but the stun was still long. Managed to get the Narganet off, and we got 3 kills there. Always worth a teleport in. Teleport scrolls 150. We managed to get a kill because of it. We got the gold back, got the experience, and now we should be able to push the tower, which is a good thing. More gold for the team. Definitely worth TPing to fights, especially as an Earthshaker. You look at this team that we've got here. The only real lockdown we have is me and the Naga Siren net. I have to be in the team fight. I am a crucial part because I can actually stop the heroes dead. I can cancel a Spirit Breaker charge. I can stop PA from blinking away. Massive, massive. I've just messaged you saying... This is bad. This is bad. Right, sorry for that. They keep messaging me, even though I've explained to them twice that I'm recording a video now. Bad times, but never mind. Let's go back to the wand. You know, the ability to burst heal yourself and give yourself extra mana is massive. You know, it enables you to keep your mana topped up if you need it in a team fight. It enables you to quickly burst heal to try and survive. It is exceptionally useful. The great thing about it is as well, it's pretty cheap. You know, it costs well under 1,000 gold. Just there's no reason not to get it. So useful on a support hero. Next item that I've picked up is the Blink Dagger. Now the Blink Dagger costs over 2,000 gold. I can't remember the exact... Oh, hang on. How much does it cost? I think it costs 2,400 off the top of my head. You know, I am new to Dota. These videos are not designed to be a pro guide to Earthshaker at all. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But what I'm trying to do here is give you a basic overview of all the heroes, some items to go for, some mistakes I've made, you know, just to hope that you guys can get involved in Dota. And you see here, great thing about a Blink Dagger, what did I do there? I blinked straight on top of the Earthshaker, cast my ultimate. Blink Dagger is absolutely fantastic on Earthshaker because, like I've explained earlier, Earthshaker is slow. Even with Boots upgrade, which give you 55 movement speed, my movement speed is only 355. Just look at me waddle around the place. I am a slow dude. You know, having Blink Dagger is absolutely vital because your ability, Echo Slam, it's an AoE around you, 525. You know, you need to be able to get into the middle of team fights to cast that, and Blink Dagger enables you to do that. It's absolutely vital. You know, 1,200 units, that's basically a screen length. You see, teleport in. Just realised that I didn't have enough mana for my Fissure. That was really basic. I used the 75 mana for the blink, and it actually knocked me below my threshold for Fissure. If I'd have done my maths a little bit better, might have been able to get that kill, but never mind. You know, we're still pushing the high ground. Did we take the tower? I think we took the tower. Let's have a quick look. Free camera. Yeah, we did. So we took the tower. That means the high ground is much easier to siege now. Whenever we push next, we should be able to get the kill. And this looks like a very dead Lich. That Lich is exceptionally dead. There we go. And we stayed a little bit too long there. We should have left as soon as we took the tower. Got a little bit greedy. We ended up feeding them a couple of kills. But never mind. We're still comfortably ahead here. So let's go back to player perspective. Let's click on me again. There we go. I'm just looking top to see what items they have, just clicking on them. You know, we realise at this point that we are super far ahead. When you have a Spirit Breaker 24 minutes in who's only basically just gone past his turn, and I'm already at my Blink Dagger, picked up a point booster. No, it's a soul booster for Arcanes, I think. I always get them confused. But never mind. We are so far ahead. And what we decided to do is continue just to group up as 5 and start to force team fights, because our team fight is much better than them. We've got AoE nukes on the Queen of Pain. We've got AoE nukes on me. We've got AoE disable on the Naga Siren with her ultimate. We've got a massive AoE ultimate on Lich, and we've got a massive AoE ultimate on Juggernaut. You know, jumping between multiple targets. All of our heroes are good in team fights, so we decided. I don't know what Juggernaut was doing here as well. Oh, Gubbins getting punched down. There we go. That was pretty greedy farming there. But let's click back on Earthshaker again. Let's click on me. You know, you saw just how useful a Blink Dagger is there. You know, Blink Dagger, I blinked in, managed to, you know, Echo Slam the Spirit Breaker, guarantee that kill. You know, and you see there's a fight happening in mid, which I'm going to join in a little bit. I think I get a 4 or 5 man Echo Slam because of the Blink Dagger. You see, this is excellent as well. Hide in the trees, wait for them to push, see the charge coming in, blink in the middle. I actually blink just on top there, but I get the 3-man Echo Slam right on top of the Lich ult, get my Fissure off as well, and that's a lot of dead enemy heroes just because of the Blink Dagger. You know, it's a fantastic item on Earthshaker because it catches people by surprise. See there, get another stun off, manage to slow them down, and Fissure's off cooldown, boom, and we team wipe them. And that team wipe was all done through the Blink Dagger. You know, some people think, you know, especially new players, just respond to the luck jibes from earlier there. You know, some people think, oh, it doesn't give you any stats, it only teleports you around. Is it really worth the cost? And on a hero like Earthshaker, I have to say 100% yes. You saw there, we got 5 kills, and now we've got a pretty big Doom push heading mid just because of the Blink Dagger there. Got the stuns off, got crucial stuns off in the team, and then all of a sudden we can create a push. The one thing Blink Dagger isn't useful for is escaping from fights, and you see, I think that's coming up actually now. I'll click on Earthshaker and wonder if it tells me. There we go. If damage is taken, Blink Dagger cannot be used for 3 seconds. And you see here, look at the Blink Dagger in the bottom right. You know, I could have blinked away here, but I'm having a look to see if I can re-engage. There's a moment coming up in a bit where I try and blink away and I keep having it cancelled by player damage, and I can't escape and I end up getting chased down. If you're looking to run away, something like a 4-staff is much better. You see, I get hit by the dagger just before I was about to blink. Not sure I'm slowed here. I'm just trying to desperately run away. Keep trying to click the blink to try and get away. Manage to stun. Realise I don't have enough mana for Fissure. I'm so dead here. I'm just trying to body block. Finally get the Fissure. Try and save Lich and Juggernaut. You know, I was so incredibly boned there. All because of the fact that Blink Dagger gets cancelled whenever an enemy targets you. You know, and that's a big, big thing. And Juggernaut's finally picked up his Battle Fury, and he's going to farm the Ancients now. But you saw in that team fight there, you know, absolutely key Blink Dagger play. It's really, really important. And at this point, what I've decided to do is build an Aghanim Scepter, because we're so far ahead. You know, we really are far ahead. We're winning this game pretty comfortably. I thought, do you know what? Why not buy an Aghanim Scepter? Now, the Ags is not the greatest item on Earthshaker, and I probably wouldn't recommend buying it too much. You can see here, what it does is it gives you a few extra stats, gives you some health, and it gives you an upgrade to your ultimate. And the ultimate upgrade on Echo Slam is actually that whenever you cast it, the echo bounces twice instead of just once. So it does increase the damage of your ultimate quite a lot, but it really isn't worth it on an Earthshake. You know, at this point, what I probably should have got something like a pipe, should have got something like, I don't know, a Yule Scepter to be able to, you know, cancel Spirit Breaker's charge with the Yule Scepter, or just anything along those lines. Just prevent people from running away. Just to put a dazzle up in the air during the fight so he can't heal anyone during the fight, something like that. And the extra movement speed of Yule's would be nice whenever my Blink Dagger's off cooldown. You know, Nargis, for example, here saw the PA, tried to time the Fissure, managed to get it off, but the blink came. So that was slightly bad. Quap decides to initiate anyway, and there we go. That was the huge Echo Slam again. Blink Dagger in, Echo Slam 3 guys, another net down. Just waiting for my Fissure to come off cooldown. Just managed to catch Skywrath with the end of the Fissure, and again we get a complete team wipe, a flawless team wipe that time. Once again caused by Blink Dagger. You know, the ability to blink into the middle of the enemy team, hit that Echo Slam, and just cause so much damage, and the stun caused by Aftershock. It's such a powerful ability, and this is why Earthshaker's absolutely fantastic in a team fight, because he can lock down the entire enemy team with just a couple of abilities, and it's absolutely fantastic. Just look at my score here. I'll get up the leaderboard. You know, 3 kills, 4 deaths, 25 assists. I've got 25 assists. You know, 39. We've only got 39 kills, so I have basically been a part of about 2/3 of the kills my team has got this game. This is how vital Earthshaker is. He is so good. The enemy team really didn't manage to counter me at all. What you saw starting from about now really is Spirit Breaker charge me every single time. What I did actually quite well at the start was, hang on, there's a little bit of lag going there we go. What I actually managed to do well at the start, and you see here, Spirit Breaker finally charges me, finally gets a couple of bashes off, then ultimates me, and he brings me down before I manage to get any of my stuns off. You know, this is what they should have been doing right from the start of the game, not when they've got 2 racks down and are about to lose. You know, you've got to stop Earthshaker from getting his stuns off. The ability to stun the enemy team, the entire enemy team, for an extended period of time during a team fight, especially when we've got AoE ult from Lich, we've got AoE ults from Queen of Pain, we've got Naga Siren's AoE with her, Song of the Siren if she wants to use it. You know, another great setup as well, we could Song of the Siren and then I blink in, stun, Echo Slam, kill them that way. You know, there's a lot of great options for this team, and that was a really failed song there. Cast Song and ended up just getting melted. But you know, you saw at this point, this is GG. You know, 2 racks down, they're absolutely miles behind. Let's have a look at the current gold. You see, Quap, oh no, let's have a look at the net worth. See, look at that. We have the top 4 heroes in net worth, absolutely crushing them. Let's have a look at the levels. You know, see 14, 15, 14, 12, 16. We've got 18, 19, 14, 16, 15. You know, the reason why my level is comparatively low is because even though I've got a lot of assists and helped out in a lot of fights, I tend to die just after you know, just before, sorry, they all die. And you only get experience if you're in the radius when they die. So I might blink in, Echo Slam, etc, etc. And then I die just before we get the kills, and I don't get any experience because of it. And I blink in and I just steal this last hit off Queen of Pain. You know, we were playing in a 4-man stack this game. So it was me, Juggernaut, Queen of Pain, and obviously me on the Earthshaker. So we knew by this point we were winning, so I just thought I'd mess around a little bit. And you can see here, we saw them on the map that there were quite a few heroes pushing mid, so I was just hanging around mid just in case they came and committed across the river. Because at this point of the game, you know, we're so far ahead. We have the best team fight. You know, I have comparable farm with their mid. You know, their mid who has free farm middle game. You know, he should be ganking a Night Stalker, should be getting a lot of kills, and I have basically the same farm as him. We have a Lich support with the same farm as their with one of their main carries, basically. So we are just absolutely miles ahead. So at this point, you know, just thought hang around, trying to lure heroes in. You know, we're getting a push going bottom now, because obviously we've got 2 lanes of racks gone up, and you know, because I guess most of you guys are very new to Dota, I'm going to explain what happens when you take a racks. Whenever you take a racks, you get an upgraded version of a creep. So let's have a look. The basic range creep, for example, does 31 damage. The upgraded range creep does 55 and has armor. So what this causes is the lanes to push, because obviously one set of creeps is more powerful than the other. So you can see here they just get absolutely melted, and the lanes continuously push in. So it's very difficult for the team with a lot of racks down to have any map control, because the lanes continuously push. And the great thing is as well, these give less gold and experience. The mega range creeps give less gold and less experience to the enemy team that kills them. So what actually happens is you know, take away their farm, you take away their experience, and see, here we go again. I'm going to get focused down here. Just managed to get the Echo Slam off, but Phantom Assassin has finally managed to farm a BKB. You know, so this is so late. If the enemy team had got, you know, BKBs 10-15 minutes earlier, which still isn't a particularly fast time, they could have shut me down pretty hard, because all of Earthshaker's abilities are magical. So if you get that BKB, which again, if you're new, a BKB gives you magic immunity, there it is, and the duration slowly goes down as you use it more. So if you're up against an Earthshaker that's absolutely destroying you, get a BKB, because then it makes him pretty useless. But before that point, and you can see here, we've snowballed so hard, we've stopped their farm, I've got my Blink Dagger up before they got their BKBs, which meant that I could initiate and cause a lot of damage, do a lot of useful stuns, and get a lot of assists to help the team win. So we actually end up crushing these guys pretty quickly. On a 34-minute win, we got 46 kills. That's a pretty good game. And you can see we're attacking the Ancient here. For some reason, they pop the glyph, and they, I think we get asked to report the guy for popping the glyph there. I'm not sure. There we go. Report the staller, and he spelled staller wrong, which is always fun. But never mind, you know, we're about to win the game. Very easy win. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. You know, Earthshaker is a really fun hero to play. Really do enjoy playing with him, and he's a hero which is quite interesting and fun to use as well. You know, lots of great stuns, just AoE lockdown for days. He's so useful and very enjoyable. So if you guys haven't tried out Dota, definitely recommend it, and definitely recommend trying out Earthshaker. He's very fun. Can create a lot of plays and get a lot of kills and assists. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, have a great